that changed your complete direction? I would say it's not a goal or it's not a plan or nothing. It's just a single thought. It can be a direction or a decision. So most people think facts starts from an action. So in my case, if you take a look, the complete thing, nothing but a single thought, what I had, and the courage to act on it. So I would like to go back from where it all started. So it all started in my school days itself. So I was part of the same thing over here. I was part of a Scouts and Guides. I was part of NCC. I was part of like all the NSS or any single thing. Back then, I didn't call it as a volunteering or I didn't call it as anything over there. It was just for me to be part of that particular sector. And soon from then, when I started to move back to the college days, it all became an intentional. So that's when I got to know that is called as volunteering. So here, when I talk about the volunteering perspective, so we are here and every single person, I'm going to go back to the same time as you on in the college days. I used to spend my weekends in the volunteering in a different NGOs. What started in the school days as a part of a simple participation in an organizing committee, it led me to a different place where I am today right now. In the school days, it was not just a thing. Whenever I raise my hand in my school days, when they say, are you interested in Scouts or are you interested in NCC? When I raised my hand, I knew that I was part of doing something, but slowly what happened, it changed within myself slowly and steadily. So it made a very huge impact in the day-to-day life and the way I'm there, the way I talk, everything got to change. And in my college days, exactly like I can say 10 years back, the 10 years back when I was in my college, that's when a simple thing which was going across every Sunday we used to volunteer. But one fine day, just an ordinary day, like how we have the cafeterias in the outside of this college, how we have at different places. Me, along with my friends, we were sitting there having a very simple samosa and a different chat. But one single instinct. So all of my friends, like as I said with the previous speaker, they said you have a common group of friends with a common interest. My friends and everyone, when we were there in that particular cafe out there were two children who were walking. And probably the same age, I can say, but same age or same laughter, same happiness. And they were passing across, but there was something which caught our eyes. Whereas one child had a very good uniform, very good shoe, and with a completely clean and tidy backpack. Whereas the other person, the other student over there, he was completely, I can say, not a proper uniform or not a proper shoe, and even the bag was completely torn out. But one thing which was common among both of them is nothing but they didn't know what the difference was. They both were very happy. So, but being in this, when we were there, that caught our attention. That simply just caught our attention. It is like if we can see it, isn't our responsibility to act on it. And that's when immediately I think we just started to volunteer from the right. Next week, we all gathered a group. It is just a small group of people. We don't call it as an organization or we didn't call it anything back then. But we just started to have a group of 10 members. We went to a different shelter houses across the Bangalore, where at Bangalore we chose one shelter house. And there the father was very cooperative. He said, yes, Uday, you can come across, you can teach it. We just had a small teaching session which used to happen on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. What started from there, it all led to a different places. We had with 4 members. Then again, we had to have like 150 members within a span of 2 weeks. And with 150 members, we had an opportunity to expand to one shelter house to different places. And then working only in education sector, we started to work in an environment sector. We started to work in a community development sector. So then what we did, we just made sure we just started to look out for the more and more things, which is the moment when you get a thought about making a difference. If you walk on the left or the right or a straight, what you see over there is only thing what the change that you can bring over there. That is a thought which will go to your head. And that's when we just again we saw this completely a black spot, a dump yard which was there. And we right now I think it's more very much common in across different places. But 10 years back, we all gathered as a friends every weekend. Whenever there is a weekend on Saturday or Sunday, we used to take a paint bucket, keep it in our scooty, tie it, just go back, transform the complete space, beautify it. Also, we had a musician group who used to always, again, even they used to get their guitar or a simple kind of an instrument, which is easy for carrying, make the volunteering as is completely an impact one. What started as just as a simple thought sitting in just I can say a chai shop, and it became our habit. From then, our motto or a completely a simple thing, make volunteering as an habit. And that's where we all are be working right now. Then all these things, it has to have a name. We were running for 8 months with nothing, but just a group of friends. We were calling like just on the WhatsApp group, call them, come, let's go. This week we will do this thing activity. And that's how it all started. Then we had a name, and the name is called Way for Life. I would call WFL. So WFL is an organization started from a school. I mean, I can say college bunch of people like how we are there right now, how we all are there. It started back then, 10 years back. And from then, we have been working in a different sector, different volunteering and everything. Here, we are not trying to change the complete structure. We are making sure we are creating a foundation for the volunteering and for the thoughts what we had. And that is what has been driving completely each and every one of us. Today we have almost like 15,000 plus volunteers. When I say volunteers, every single one of you would like to be the part. So 15,000 plus volunteers across India who's been volunteering from different sectors, almost like 50 plus partners, which is corporate partners working with them for CSR. 10 plus institutes, every single person is for one thing. That's a thought which has been trying to create over there. And when I talk about what is something which is going to be more and more inspiration is about the two child over there. I mean, basically the children over there. That one single thought, it literally sparked us. And like as I also mentioned that every single thing is not only changing the people surrounding me, it is also changing myself, the way I sit, the way I stand, and the way I talk as well. And if I have to say on one particular thing, how this is going to be, this thought is creating a huge impact. Is nothing but I had a thought, like how we have here thought to impact. That single thought, whatever I had, it was not just stopped over there. We were consistent. We were working back and forth. We were working live. That consistency made us to bring us for a stage where we have this all the volunteers working across. By this, the organization was just started as a thought, and it's been running right now is completely for the impact that we are going to create. Today, if someone asks me, like being from a different things, why are you in this non-profit sector, or why are you in this particular sector which is totally off what you have studied or what you have done? It's very simple. It's not only changing around me, it is also changing myself. And I know that we are making us like a huge impact. By this, I know that it was very short, but I would like to end here. Thank you so much.